Hey guys, what's up and welcome back QualityShot Tennis. Today we've got Elina Svitolina taking on Aryna Sabalenka in the fourth round of Rome for the fourth time in this rivalry. They will play winner takes on Ostapenko in the quarterfinals. Both players are currently warming up. Very excited for this one. These two have only played once since 2020, so it's not a whole lot of times that they played recently. The head-to-head is 2-1 for Sabalenka, but the last time that they played is pretty notable. It was last year at Roland Garros on the clay, and Sabalenka won 6-4, 6-4. That was the scoreline there. What's up, everybody joining in? Hey, what's up, Terry? Good to have you in here. How are you doing? What's up, Frank? Bonsoir. Hello, hello. Hello, Simone as well. Yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. About to have a tennis match underway. Elina Svitolina versus Aryna Sabalenka. Winner takes on Ostapenko. But yeah, it was 6-4, 6-4 the last time that they played. The stats according to Eurosport stats. So here's a notable stat from the last time that they played and the last time they played on clay, Roland Garros. Sabalenka hit 30 winners to 37 unforced errors. Svitolina hit 7 winners to 12 unforced errors. 7 winners to 12 unforced errors. So they have very different game styles in a lot of ways. The serve is definitely Sabalenka much better on the serve, a much harder serve. And that proved dividends in that match. If you look at the stats, another stat from that match, second serve points won, which is a very important stat in tennis because the second serve is a point of weakness for a lot of players. Well, not so much for Sabalenka when she gets it in. She won 72% of second serve points won. Svitolina won 42%. So those are some things you see in the match. Sabalenka able to dictate a lot more, hit a lot more winners, attack Svitolina's second serve a lot more. So we'll see if we have a different result here, but that's kind of some of the things you might see here. Prediction. My prediction is I'm going to go Sabalenka. And I'm going to go Sabalenka in 2 close sets. I'm going to say Sabalenka in 2 close sets. I'll be honest, Svitolina hasn't been doing that great recently. Not that great. She's also been struggling with some health stuff, injuries. But she hasn't won before this tournament. She had not won 2 matches in a tournament since Dubai, where she beat Kalinina and Maria. And then just going over recent events, she lost to Osaka and Miami in 2 sets. She lost to Elise Mertens in Charleston, very good doubles player, but on the singles court, Svitolina will feel like she should win that match. And then going into Madrid Open, she lost to Sorribes Tormo 6-3, 7-5. Now she's in Rome. And she beat Sara Errani in the first round 6-0, 6-2. Then Kalinskaya 6-3, 6-3. So those are good victories. But I'm going to go Sabalenka in 2 close sets. That's my prediction here. Sabalenka's route so far, by the way, she took out Katie Volinets 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. And then Yemstremska 6-4, 6-2 in the round of 32. So first point underway here. Got a backhand rally. Backhand of Sabalenka. Inside out. That's a winner. Already start us off here. Already a bit of a statement from the Belarusian player. Bonsoir. Oh, what's up, Faison? How's it going? What's up, Nikolai? How's it going? Privyet. Katsila. Hello, everybody joining in. Sabalenka here at the line, serving first. But yeah, once again, Sabalenka leads that set 2-1, but they've only played once since 2020. So, interesting matchup here. Sabalenka trying to continue some good form on the clay. She's been tested a few times, though, in the last few weeks, but she got so close to that Madrid title. And this is different conditions, so we'll see how she does. But in similar conditions in Roland Garros last year, she did win 6-4, 6-4. So 30 love here for Sabalenka. I mean, Svitolina has a very different game style than Sabalenka, but I'd imagine you want to hit way more than 7 winners if you want to. 7 winners on the stat sheet. You want to hit way more than 7 winners if you want a chance. I mean, you don't have to hit as many winners as Sabalenka, but. Forehand Svitolina. Okay, there you go. Reading my mind. Steps in and hits a great forehand down the line, 30-15 for Sabalenka. And I can 100% assure you that Svitolina and her coach, or at least her coach, watched that Roland Garros match before they stepped onto the match court. You know? See what she could do better. See that maybe she needs to step in a little bit more. Not let Sabalenka dictate that much, even on slow clay. So, backhand, lob. Sabalenka forehand. The forehand of Svitolina down the middle. Forehand, cross court, Sabalenka going forehand. Sabalenka going for an angle that doesn't really exist. So, we're at 30, y'all. Yeah, how we doing, chat? Let me know in one word. Let me know in one word. How we feeling? How are we feeling in the chat? Got 30 y'all. Svitolina trying to break early. That would be a big deal. Backhand. The forehand of Sabalenka goes wide, I believe. Yeah, it does go out. Svitolina marks where it landed. So 30-40. Break point already for Svitolina. I'll give you another stat. Sabalenka broke more times than Svitolina did in their last match, but Svitolina broke on her only couple of break points that she got in the match. So every time she got a break point in their last match, she was able to convert and break. But not here. Sabalenka hits a great backhand down the line for deuce. Sabalenka has such a great backhand, honestly. Hello, Nikolai. Let me see your predictions in the chat as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Svitolina wins. I'd be a little surprised, personally, just myself. I'm kind of liking Sabalenka more and more on the clay. And man, what a backhand that is for a winner. So advantage to Sabalenka. The fact that Sabalenka was able to beat Svitolina the way she did last year, although Svitolina, I guess, around that time was still coming into her own in a comeback, still trying to find her form. But I feel like it was really that run at Roland Garros where she really started to look more like herself. Of course, before Wimbledon, where she went on a fantastic run to the semis, some people thought she should make the final there in a really weird kind of section of the draw with Azarenka, Svitolina, Swiatek, Vondrousova. It was Vondrousova who came out on top and then somehow beat Jabeur, who took out Rybakina and Sabalenka. That was a really crazy tournament last year. But yeah, anyway, I feel like that's a good sign. But Sabalenka gets a backhand into the net, so deuce. It's going to be tough, though, because, listen, if Sabalenka beat Swiatek in Madrid and then came into this tournament, then it's like, wow, she has all the momentum in the world. But just her not being able to put away those 3 match points, any of them, and win that tournament, and win one of the great epic matches you'll see, at least in recent memory, it makes it so that's a little bit harder mentally to get over the line. Tennis is cruel in that way. That's a forehand wide from Sabalenka, who goes for a lot on that forehand and completely misses the court. So advantage to Svitolina. By the way, Azarenka is up 3-0 on Sakkari, who I quite like on clay. It's 15-30, so Sakkari's trying to get a break there. Goff beat Badoza in 3 earlier today. Osaka lost to Zheng. Swiatek over Kerber. 7-5, 6-3. Danielle Collins through. I think she's won like 18 of her last 19 matches. Those are some of the results today. Baez took out Runa, which is pretty crazy. 6-3 in the third. Runa is really struggling. Again, forehand of Svitolina. That's in the net. So Sabalenka saves 2 break points. 2 BPs. See what happens. We're at deuce. We're at deuce. We're at deuce. Backhand of Sabalenka, the backhand of Svitolina, backhand Sabalenka. The forehand of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka. That's in the net. Couple forehands completely getting away from Saba. So we're at advantage. Very long first game here. Let's see if Svitolina can make a breakthrough. Clash of styles. Very different. Very different games, these two. Very different games. All right, let's see what Svitolina can do. Serve down T is very... Is that called in? I believe that's an ace for Sabalenka. It's called an ace, so deuce. By the way, Medvedev just got through a thriller of a match as well against Medvedev. He's definitely somebody to watch. I don't know if it's going to be this year that he really makes a big breakthrough, but he's absolutely a young guy to keep an eye on. There's no doubt. Hurkacz finding some good form on clay too. Excited about that. I would love to see Hubie just really step it up and get to another level, even from where he's been. That forehand goes out from Svitolina, so advantage to Sabalenka. I feel like Sabalenka is the more sturdy of the two, the more confident of the two, despite what I was saying about the loss in Madrid. Some other things, by the way, that have been going on. Rublev lost to Mueller. Rublev definitely a little bit tired, I would think, from playing a lot of tennis and also some health struggles as well. Jarry got through against Napolitano. Very strange match there. Forehand swing volley, put away Sabalenka. She gets on the board 1-0. Let's go Saba. She's ahead 1-0. Tommy Paul coming in clutch for the Americans. Beat Dominic Koepfer, who I quite like on clay, 6-4, 6-3. So it's a good sign for Paul, who's actually a former Roland Garros junior champion. Which is just wild. Tsitsipas getting through. I feel like Tsitsipas is a favorite now in this tournament. I mean, Runa's out as well. I didn't think Runa would win the tournament on the men's side, but like, at least he was a contender, finalist last year. Medvedev is still in there. Can Medvedev Tsitsipas be a final? Or without? No, it'd be a semifinal. Whoever wins Medvedev Tsitsipas potentially could win the tournament. Hurkacz, I wouldn't expect it on this kind of clay, but Medvedev won last year, so you never know for sure, do you? A little bit different from Hurkacz for sure. More defensive player, but anyway. Forehand Svitolina, she hits it out. Love 15. This is what I'm used to seeing from Svitolina over the last couple months. Just not super solid. So she'll like the surface more, maybe, than Sabalenka, maybe. But Sabalenka is just such a top-tier player at the moment, as we saw in that Madrid tournament. It's a let from Svitolina. Forehand, Svitolina put away, goes behind Sabalenka. Very good. Can be hard to change directions on the clay, slippery clay. That's why they take a lot of time, by the way, between matches on the clay court, because they gotta wipe out a lot of the clay, make it not impossible to, move around and not make it super dangerous and slippery. And forehand Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka, forehand Svitolina. Going forehand. That goes out. So 30-15. A couple forehand errors from Sabalenka. Unless she can control that, that's not a good sign early. We'll see if she gets that a little bit more under control. 30-15. Sabalenka, yep. 30-15 for Svitolina. Here, though, trying to tie us up at a game apiece. Backhand down the line. The forehand is Sabalenka. Backhand is Svitolina. The backhand of Sabalenka is a lob. That goes back on her side. So 40-15. Serve Sabalenka, back Svitolina into the backhand Sabalenka. That's in the net. So we are tied up at a game apiece here. I've just seen that I've frozen up here, I believe, on the stream. I see that I've frozen up, so apologies for that. Some technical difficulties here on my end. Let me try to fix that up. I'll try to fix that up after this game. Not sure why it's frozen like that. Forehand, Sabalenka at the forehand is Svitolina. Forehand swing volley, Sabalenka. The backhand slice, that's a lob. Backhand Sabalenka put away. But yeah, apologies for that. I think I've frozen up. Hopefully for now you can kind of use this as audio. But hopefully I can get the visual back. Sabalenka is such a good athlete that even from tough positions in the court, she can just still find ways to stay on the front foot, be aggressive. I mean, people talk about athleticism in regards to defense, but it's also just very crucial in being able to stay offensive from difficult positions where it's hard to stay on the front foot and not become super defensive. Or at least a little bit more neutral, to be able to step in and hit a swing volley from that position and hit it for a winner, make it look that easy. It's not easy. It takes great balance. It takes a lot of things. Forehand Svitolina, the forehand is Sabalenka, down the line, backhand Svitolina. The forehand is Sabalenka, that's in the net, so 15 all. Few long games here early. Few long games here early. Sabalenka with the serve out wide, forehand Sabalenka, backhand Svitolina, backhand Sabalenka down the line. Lots of interference. Yeah, I see that now with my audio as well. Once again, with a technical issue. Here, I'm going to try to fix that up because yeah, this audio is not going to cut it at all. So let me fix that up. Give me a second here. All right. I'm going to hop off real quick and hop right back on and hopefully improves the connection. All right, give me one sec. All right, what's up, guys? Apologies for that. Let me see if it's working better now. It's a technical issue on my end. Let me see if this is better. Hold up. Let me have the scoreboard in. Scoreboard in. Here we go. I know I sounded like a Dalek. It wasn't great. It wasn't pretty. Hopefully that stops happening. Here we go. It's always when I record from this room that I have the technical issues, so it's probably just a Wi-Fi connection from this room. Usually I'm recording in a different room, kind of a different studio. When I have my black background, that's kind of where I'm at, and that always seems to work better. That's when I'm watching straight from my PC, where I have, tennis TV and ATP streaming. When I try to watch a lot of WTA matches, the access I have to it is basically on TV, and this is my TV room, and I guess the connection just isn't as good in this room. So it's about dealing with that. But here we go. Hopefully the connection is coming in clearer now, and apologies for that. It's Svitolina serving here. Few games in. She's got the break, so here, hopefully this is looking better now. Backhand, kind of a 360 from Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka put away, so love 15. Kind of a crucial moment there. Missed as I try and figure this out, but Svitolina's up a break now, love 15. See what Sabalenka can do to break back. Serve down the tee, forehand Sabalenka. Forehand is Svitolina, cross court. Oh, is that called out? Svitolina is thinking this might be in. See what the umpire says. Yeah, the mark is clear. It is out. Ball is out. Very clear mark. 15 all. Back with it now, Frank. Stream hopefully looking a little bit better. Serves Svitolina out wide. I don't know why when I do get frozen, it always ends up on the worst possible face every time. Like when I checked the stream and I saw what it froze on, I was like, geez. It's not a very appealing looking face, is it? Not a great face that it was frozen on there for a second during the stream. That's in the net from Sabalenka, so 15-30. Svitolina is still trying to maintain this break. $15-30. Let's see what Svitolina can do. Solid on the serve so far. First serve out. First serve goes out though. She wants to be making the first serves in, Svitolina. It's much more crucial to her than it is for Aryna. Forehand, it's way out off the. That forehand from Sabalenka is really off kilter at the moment. Hey, what's up, Trambini? What's up, my man? How are you doing? You've been watching the Rome tournament as well? I've seen you. I've seen that you've been streaming a lot of the matches, which is cool. Serve here from Svitolina. The backhand is Sabalenka. Stays in. Forehand Svitolina. Backhand is Sabalenka. That goes out. So Svitolina is already up here, up on the scoreboard early. 2-1 and 40-30. Shrambini, what do you think about that Medvedev match? Did you get to catch that? That one was epic against Medvedev. I really didn't know who was going to come out on top. That's a great backing return from Sabalenka down the line. So Deuce, that's a kid who I would definitely have an eye on for a while. Medvedev. Is a guy that I've known the name of for a while because Djokovic, he's been in the news a lot with Djokovic helping out and paying for a lot of his kind of resources. I'm sure he's seen the potential in him as a Serbian star in tennis as well. But obviously winning the Next Gen Finals last year against Artur Fils in the final. Advantage to Svitolina. I mean, we've played 3 completed games. We are already 21 minutes into the match, so pretty crazy. Didn't see it. Okay, damn. But he played incredible. He was playing just lights out. Medvedev. It's the kind of experience of Medvedev that pulled through, but he was hitting some really impressive shot making throughout the match, and he looked like, I don't know, he looked pretty complete out there. Like, he's pretty comfortable on the clay as well, so he'll be somebody to look out for. I just don't who's winning this tournament is the big question, I think. Swiatek clearly the favorite for the WTA, but on the ATP, I guess Tsitsipas is the favorite. You'd have to put Medvedev somewhere, but I'd say Tsitsipas is the favorite. Dimitrov, I think, is a sleeper. Hurkacz is somewhere there because he's been playing really well. I think Hurkacz is underrated. On clay, this surface, it's not going to do as well, but this draw is so open. Khachanov, Karen Khachanov, I mean, he's a guy to look out for, but also on clay, not as high on him, but draw is wide open. I think Tsitsipas is the favorite, though. I say Tsitsipas is the favorite and Dimitrov is the sleeper. That's my opinion. 30 love here for Sabalenka. Svitolina's up early, though. Back in Sabalenka, inside out, forehand squash shot. That's in the net. 40 love for Sabalenka. Let's see if she can keep close and stay close. Medvedev, yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah, he was very good. Medvedev was very, very good. Rune was terrible. Baez, yeah, Rune did the parts that I saw. He did not look good at all. I don't know what's up with Rune. I mean, lost in 44 minutes to Struff, and then can't even remember who he lost to in Madrid, but it's not been good. It's definitely not been good from Rune. Lost a Greek spore in Madrid, yeah. Rune's a kind of a hot mess at the moment. Sabalenka holds, by the way, so 3-2. Rune is a hot mess. Never know which version of Holger is going to show up every match, every point. I just don't know what's going to show up. And he's playing much more aggressive than he was this time last year. And he reached 2 Clay Masters finals last year. And now he's just decided to smack the ball as if he's Yannick Sinner. And it's not really working out well for him. I just feel like he's totally lost about what his game should be. He's got a lot of options, but I feel like he's totally not sure where his game is at, which I guess is fine because he's what, 21? Just turned 21. So yeah, just turned 21 late April. So it's fine, but it's just wild. Hubie Baez is going to look like Schwartzman versus Isner. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the modern Schwartzman versus Isner. That's true. What's up, Jane? Good to have you. Good to have you in here. Yeah, no, it's true. But Isner, Isner actually, low-key, he's better on clay than people give him credit for. He beat Federer on clay. He pushed Rafa to 5 sets at the French Open, 2011, first round. He's kind of better on clay than people give him credit for. Or at least he had some good results on clay. Definitely the other 2 surfaces are or I guess there are 3 other surfaces, main surfaces, but hard court and grass court in general. Indoor hard court, outdoor hard courts, those are better for him, but he was not a nothing player on clay. Hurkacz, I don't think is either. It's kind of proven that this year. It's good aggressive play from Sabalenka, still attacking well with the backhand. I just feel like if Sabalenka is able to, I just feel like backhand to backhand, Sabalenka has this match won. You know what I mean? Feels like if she's going to be hitting these aggressive backhands, then Svitolina's not going to be much contest for her. Svitolina is definitely doing pretty well so far, though. So we'll see. It's more like the Sabalenka forehand that is, well, I feel like Sabalenka's hitting her backhand better than her forehand at the moment. That's a double fault. So love 30. Wow, 2 consecutive doubles from Svitolina. Makes a love 40. Wow. Definitely blinking here. Definitely blinking here. It's another missed serve. Just can't find the court at the moment. Wow, dude. 3 doubles. What was that, man? 3 double faults in a row. Just practices a couple of forehands here as she gives Sabalenka the balls just to see if she can still find the court with the racket. You do not see that very often. Wow, dude. It's a bunch of doubles. It's crazy. It's crazy. Forehand of Sabalenka down the line, back into Svitolina. Trying to go for defense, but she misses it wide. 15 love. I just feel like Sabalenka is the more confident and just playing the better tennis at the moment. I feel like there are some arguments you can make for why Svitolina could win this match, but it just comes down to that. I just feel like Sabalenka, in general, is at such a top-tier level, and her confidence will match that. So I feel like she can get over the hump here, but let's see. Might be a little bit more reliable at the moment. That's a double fault from Sabalenka. It's contagious. It's contagious. Double faults are contagious. $15 all. By the way, Ostapenko with another quarterfinal in Rome. I don't understand why every year I just start to feel like, wow, Ostapenko is a person to look out for at Roland Garros, you know? I keep waiting for her to have another run at Roland Garros because she keeps doing well at Rome. But she never performs well at Roland Garros ever since she won the title there. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe she feels a certain amount of pressure since she's won the title there before. I don't know why it is, but for whatever reason, she just can never perform at Roland Garros since she won it. She should be a contender, or at least in the conversation. That's a great aggressive forehand from Svitolina, all over the court. First cross court, then down the line, fully in control, like she's Sabalenka herself. Gets to 15-40. That's what I said at the start of the match. She has to be way more aggressive and way more dictating than she was in her match against Sabalenka last year at Roland Garros. That's what she's been doing so far. She's definitely learned the lesson. Backhand Svitolina down the line. The backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand slice Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina. Forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina. That goes wide though. So another break point coming here at 30-40. Another break point coming here at 30-40. I'm going to say, I said Sabalenka in 2 close sets. I'm going to give a specific prediction. I'm going to say Sabalenka 7-6, 6-3. 7-6, 6-3 Sabalenka. That's my prediction. I still back her, but it's Svitolina with the break point. That goes out 4-3. Let me see if I bite my words. It's another break for Svitolina. I just don't feel like Svitolina is unbreakable though. So she's up a break though. 4-3 for Svitolina. Let's see if she can hold on to it. Some good aggressive play from her so far. Want to look at the stats so far. We've already played 30 minutes. Stats so far, I mean, wow. This is really odd, to be honest. These are really strange stats. Just abysmal serving stats from both, to be honest. Really poor. Really, really poor. I mean, look at Sabalenka's just points won on serve. She's won about half of her serve points. 16 out of 30. She's won 16 out of 30 points on serve. Really strange. Really, really strange. She's going to need to up those numbers, no doubt about that. Partly to do with Svitolina being such an elite returner. But still not good enough. 4-3 for Svitolina here early. We'll see how Sabalenka can do to break back. I still think Sabalenka is going to break back. In fact, I think she might do it in this game. Serve here, Svitolina. Out wide, that goes wide. Second serve here. Forehand Sabalenka down the line, backhand slice. Oh, volleys from Sabalenka is right on top of the net. Svitolina was miles from the shot. She was way behind the baseline. Sabalenka just butchers it into the top of the net. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man, that was a gift. Sabalenka forgot it's May. It's not Christmas. Serve here from Svitolina. It's an absolute gift from Sabalenka. It's a double fault. A gift from Svitolina. They just feel like gifting each other. I mean, how many double faults is Svitolina going to hit? Jeez. It's usually Sabalenka we're talking about with the doubles. Backhand into the net from Sabalenka. So 30-15 for Svitolina. I mean, not a high level so far in this match. Fairly poor from both. But we've only just started, basically. We've played 7 games. We'll see if they up the level. That looked in. It is close, though. It's called in. Sabalenka thinks it's out. It's so weird looking at the marks on clay and figuring it out like that. It just feels so... It feels so strange because sometimes it's so hard to tell. I guess Hawkeye isn't perfect either, especially on clay. It's just a weird thing to see still happening in 2024, looking at the marks like that. And one person looking at the mark and saying it's in, and then the other one looking at the mark and saying it's out. It's not very objective, but Svitolina with a good hold there for 5-3. No breaks there. 35 minutes in, it's Svitolina looking to upset Sabalenka in Rome. It could be Svitolina versus Ostapenko in the quarters to get to the semifinals. That would be great. This would be amazing for Svitolina's confidence because, like I said, it's been a struggle recently. This would be her reasserting her name back into the conversation. It really, really would be. Volley is much better from Sabalenka right on top of it. Let's go. 15 love. Let's go, let's go. Get to 5-4. Now let's see from there. By the way, the quarterfinals so far is Zhang versus Coco. Goff. Goff with just one top 20 victory on the year so far. That could be her first top 10 victory of the year. Goff. Swiatek versus Keys. Swiatek definitely a big favorite, but Keys doing really well on clay. Danielle Collins in the conversation. She'll take on the winner of the Azarenka-Sakkari match. Azarenka took the first set there. Drop shot, Sabalenka is too good. 30 love. And also, obviously the winner of this one takes on Ostapenko, so that'll be the quarterfinals. Collins, Ostapenko, Zhang, Coco, Keys, Swiatek, and also the winner of these 2 matches to take on Ostapenko and Collins. Backhand. First serve is let. It's a let. Hey, what's up, Maynor? Good to have you in the chat. Hello, hello. Serve to the forehand of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka. Forehand of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka down the line. Backhand Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka, backhand slice Svitolina. Backhand slice, drop shot Sabalenka, that's too good. Great drop shot, some great variety introduced into the Sabalenka game in this game. Whether that's a backhand volley, strong on top of the net, just perfect volley, punched it away to start off the game, then a couple of great drop shots. Some great slice and drop shots. And we're at 40-15. Sabalenka trying to break a little bit of Svitolina's momentum. Sabalenka hasn't been serving great, but it's not like Svitolina has been serving incredibly well either. So Sabalenka at least giving herself a chance, getting close to the 5-4 game. Backhand Sabalenka, it's in the net, 40-30. To get to 5-4. Backhand's another drop shot. That's too good, too. Some great drop shots. 3 in that game. A volley and 3 drop shots. And Sabalenka gets to 5-4. Interesting. Some variety introduced into the game of Sabalenka. Some interesting play because Svitolina is standing fairly far behind the baseline. I mean, Svitolina doing so well on the defense to offense, but Sabalenka with some early drop shots to not even really give Svitolina the chance there. So 5-4. 5-4. I'll be right back in a moment. I'll be right back for this 5-4 game. Here we go, 15 all. Big moment here as Svitolina tries to serve out the set. Every point is big. Forehand rally. That goes out. The forehand from Sabalenka has been really off kilter. Been very, very off kilter. I'm sure also, by the way, it's very tough to go from Madrid to Rome. which is, first of all, 2-week Masters back-to-back. So it's very hard. Sabalenka getting to the final there, especially losing that final. Mentally, that must be very tough. It's a drop shot Svitolina now. Sabalenka gets there, though. It's a great get. Oh, I mean, that is just so solid from Elina Svitolina with that clean forehand strike, cross court into the opposite corner. So 2 set points. But it's got to be so tough with the ball in Madrid just constantly going right into your sweet spot, your strike zone, and then just not being able to have that anymore, really, when you get to Rome. Just very different conditions. It's got to be tough to adapt. Forehand slice, Svitolina goes out. Svitolina with the first set. She's trying to tie up this head-to-head and, more importantly, get to the quarterfinals of Rome. And this would be a big victory over Sabalenka. It would also be a huge result at the moment for Svitolina, who needs one, who needs a result like this. She got to the final of, was it Auckland, to start the year off. It was a lead-up in Australia. Yeah, in Auckland to start the year. Lost to Coco in a 3-set battle there. But since then, dealing with some health issues, retired out of the Australian Open, very poor sight to Noskova, retired against Noskova in the 4th round there. Dubai, she won a couple matches, then lost to Swiatek. And since then, it's been a lot of struggles, a lot of different struggles. Indian Wells lost to Emma Navarro, who's fantastic. Then lost to Osaka. Then yeah, like I mentioned earlier on stream, lost to Mertens and Cerebus Tormo. Here, a couple good wins. Kalinskaya is a very solid victory. And yeah, the first set here. Yeah, Nikolai, first set to Svitolina. First set to Svitolina. It's definitely a big match here. 43-minute long first set. The first couple games, the first like 3 or 4 games, a big chunk of that. Very long first few games. Svitolina, wow. I was saying they're not serving very well, but I mean, this is a crazy number. First serve points won for Svitolina, 14 out of 17. It's pretty good. Very good. And compare that to Sabalenka's 82 to 59%. You see a disparity like that in a stat, you better be sure that that's probably one of the most key stats. And it is. It definitely is. By the way, also huge stat. Svitolina has only faced 1 break point. Huge. That might be an even bigger one. 0 for 1 is a big stat. And then also if you look at the first serve points won. Those are some of the big key stats. It's so crazy. It's so crazy how close Roland Garros is now. It's so close. It's just a couple weeks less than a couple weeks away. It's going to be a great tournament. Swiatek definitely a big favorite on the women's side, although there's a lot of other contenders. And hopefully Rybakina is healthy for it. I believe Sakkari tied up the Azarenka match at a set apiece. Is that what I'm saying? No. Never mind. Completely saw it wrong. Never mind. Sakkari did not do that. Azarenka is currently up a set in 2-1. That did not happen. Azarenka is cruising, actually, at the moment versus Sakkari. What's up, Nikolai? I love all the emoticons in the chat. Tell me how you really feel. I love it. Svitolina at the back of the court, getting ready to return. Feeling out the legs a little bit. What is Sabalenka talking about here? All right, here we go. I'm excited for it. Second set. See how Sabalenka rebounds. Very compelling at the moment for me. Sabalenka at the line to serve. Here we go. A big test of Sabalenka on the clay courts. It really is. This is a good test for her. Even if she might not like it right now, this is a good test, I think. She's played quite a few 3-setters on clay over the last, 2-3 weeks. Oh, my God. That is a very poor shot from Sabalenka to start off the second set. First set started off with a backhand winner down the line from Sabalenka. or actually backhand inside out, I think it was, from Sabalenka. This set started off with a very abysmal backhand swinging volley into the net from the baseline. The ball might have even been going out. I'm not really sure, but either way. Forehand, that's in the net too. Love 30. I did not expect this, to be honest. My predictions were with Sabalenka, so everybody who said Svitolina, you were definitely more right than I was. Love 30. Serve here from Sabalenka. Serve out wide. Forehand Svitolina. Backhand swing volley. That's a good put away. She made it, did she? Yeah, 15-30. Jess made it. It was closer probably than she would have wanted it to be. She's still just absolutely determined to stay aggressive here, Sabalenka. First serve out. Where's Sabalenka's first serve percentage at the moment? I mean, that's pretty good. But she's just not winning a whole lot of the first serve points. Forehand, cross court. Backhand now Svitolina. The backhand slice of Sabalenka to the forehand. It's a slice from Svitolina. Kind of a wicked slice forehand, but she misses it long. So 30-all. Sabalenka's got to pick it up right here and see what Sabalenka can do. Let's go, Sabalenka. Get the first game of the set. Let's go. 30-all. Let's go, Saba. Serve from Sabalenka. Great serve down the tee. Back in return. She gets it. Back in cross court. The backhand Svitolina. That goes out. 40-30. Here we go. One game, one shot at a time. Hey, what's up, Lexi? What's up? What's up? What happened to Saba? Not sure, but her forehand is way off her game. Her first serve is definitely not penetrating as much as she would want it to. And Svitolina's played a solid match. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Sabalenka. Hopefully she steps it up as the set progresses. Azarenka cruising versus Sakari at the moment. There's no more men's matches going on today, are there? It's just the Azarenka and also the this match? Because Runa lost to Baez. I think that was the last ATP match. It was. So yeah, no, just Sakari, Azarenka, and also this one. Svitolina shot hits the net, and another great drop shot. Listen, Sabalenka, the drop shot is seeing success. If you're seeing a pattern here, once that 5-3 game where Sabalenka had 3 winner drop shots, and now here, I mean that's probably more so what Sabalenka should be trying to do. I mean, she goes for another forehand return and misses it long. She's got to switch something up here because that's just not working, is it? I mean, that's her regular formula, but if your regular formula isn't working, you gotta change some of the ingredients. You gotta change something up, you know? If your regular recipe for success is not working, then you gotta change some of the ingredients. For Sabalenka, her forehand hitting big is just not working. I mean, it's as clear as that. It's just not working. So when she's coming to net, or when she's hitting drop shots, it's actually working better. So if she can find more ways to do that, as Svitolina misses a backhand long. 15-30. Svitolina relying right now on good defense to offense, and also Sabalenka missing unforced errors, especially off the forehand. But it's not like she's serving incredibly well, especially off the second serve. So there are going to be chances for Sabalenka here. But she can't just be missing forehand returns just willy-nilly. That's in the net. So 1540 for Sabalenka. Serve into the net. Second serve. That's a double fault. The double faults have been costly for Svitolina. I mean, she had what, 2-3 consecutive double faults in that 3-2 game in the first set. She got a bit lucky there to escape that in the first set. But I mean, listen, when you're playing Sabalenka, who's been 8 weeks at world number 1, who's been the top tier player she has been for a while, 6 consecutive Grand Slam semifinals, or is it 7 now? Hasn't missed a Grand Slam semifinal since Roland Garros a couple of years ago. When you're playing against a player like that, you can't just keep giving her chances because you F around, you find out. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Forehand Svitolina, the backhand of Sabalenka, that's in the net. Still too many errors. Love 15. Yes, Aryna lost. Yahoo. Yep. Yeah, Medi had a tough win. Yeah, he did. Medvedev played amazing. So eye out on him. I haven't made a huge prediction for this year for Medvedev, but I would be surprised, or I don't know. I expect that he'll have a few good wins in the future down the road. Very strange shot from Sabalenka. She kind of smiles and laughs it off. I don't know what that was. Sabalenka's smiling before she even hit the ball. I don't even know what Sabalenka was going for there. Sabalenka looked like she was just going to hit a regular volley, and then she waits for it to drop and kind of hits this weird kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like a drop volley, but like she swung through it. It was like a swinging drop volley. Like kind of scooped it up for a perfect drop volley in the opposite corner. Serve Sabalenka goes out. Let's go Sabalenka. 30-15. Come on, come on. Serve. The backhand of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka. Backhand Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka. The backhand of Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. Backhand Svitolina. It's in the net. 40-15. Let's go Sabalenka. Let's go Aryna. Here we go. Here we go. Medi and Medvedev. Yeah, very similar names, aren't they? Medvedev is like literally a mix of Medvedev and Djokovic. That's what I think of every time. Yeah, he's one of the next great kind of players. We don't have a Swiss superstar at the top. If we did, then we could have Jack Draper, Medvedev, Alcaraz, and we just need a Swiss guy. Maybe Dominic Stricker. Next big four. Next big four confirmed. What's his name? Huesler. Marc-Andreas Huesler. Next big four confirmed. Marc-Andreas Huesler, Hamad Medvedev, Jack Draper. That's the next big three. And Carlos Alcaraz. Next big four. That's in the net from Svitolina, so 3-0. 3-0 for Sabalenka. Next big four confirmed. Next big four absolutely confirmed. I figured it out. I just realized I only have Stefanos left for my boys. Yeah, a lot of my favorites dropped out. I'd love to see Medvedev defend his title. That'd be fun. Let me see. I'll give an honest assessment of where my favorites are at in the tournament. Because I do have my favorites as well. I really like Zhang, who won yesterday against Shelton. Fritz, Dimitrov, Demonor, Jari, Hurkacz, Paul, Medvedev. So I have quite a few that I like still. Medvedev is definitely, of the guys who are like really, really top tier, like favorite, I'd say Medvedev, Fritz, and Dimitrov. Those are the guys that I would root for. If any of them, whenever any of them have good success, I definitely get ecstatic. So, yeah, no, I have a lot of guys left who I quite root for. Nothing against Steph as well. On the women's side, would love to see anybody of Coco, Zhang, Ostapenko, maybe Collins, Sabalenka. Svitolina is cool as well. Yes, Z3 versus Montero, that'd be exciting. Yeah, I want to see. I definitely want to see Zhang keep progressing. He got to Madrid quarterfinals last year. Who does he have? He's got Tabilo or Hachinov. That's such a crazy section. So what does that mean exactly? One of those guys gets to the semifinals? And potentially Fritz and Dimitrov. Or Zverev. But anyway, Zhang, Montero, Tabilo, or Hachinov, one of those guys is in the semis. Hachinov isn't weird at all. Like, nobody would blink an eye if you just told them Hachinov made the semis of a Clay Masters. But the other three are weird. Montero is a little bit less weird, and Tabilo probably will be less and less weird as he kind of keeps staying on the tour, but still a weird 4 players there. Sabalenka absolutely cruising in the set, by the way. Svitolina struggling a lot more on the serve as Sabalenka smashes a forehand return. She gets a fist bump because she needs that confidence in the forehand. She absolutely needs that confidence in the forehand. By the way, Sabalenka's second serve return hit points. I don't know if it's just the set or all in all, but Sabalenka stepping up inside the baseline. Svitolina is many, many feet behind the baseline. So, I mean, their return position could not be more different. Medvedev versus Federer, for pretty much. That's their return positions. Medvedev and Federer, basically. Sabalenka way inside the baseline, and Svitolina way behind it. This second set is a complete turnaround from the first set in every way, and it's happened quickly. How long has the second set been? Second set has been 17 minutes. How come Kostyuk is not playing? The other mean girls are playing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I miss Kostyuk. Got to get Kostyuk in there too. Well, Camila Giorgi retired. I would put her up there as well, to be honest. I mean, come on. I guess Collins and Ostapenko are the leaders, though, of that. For sure. However you want to. Well, Ostapenko is the leader of it. When I saw the Hurkacz tiebreaker, I remembered the tweet, tiebreak addiction. That tweet is so funny. It's so creative, too. I'd love to do that for like all the top 100 players. Just roast. I'd love to give a roast to all of the top 100 players. Maybe I'll do that just for fun at some point. $30 love here for Svitolina. Or sorry, love 30 for Svitolina, I should say. It's love 40 now. Sabalenka misses the shot. So 3 break points. Sabalenka's still well ahead in the set, though. So that's why you want 2 tiebreakers, because sorry, 2 breaks. What am I saying? 2 tiebreakers. That's why you want 2 tiebreakers. That's why you want 2 breaks, because then you have a cushion. 1 break is good, but 2 breaks is the ideal if you can get there. Wow. Elina Svitolina showing up in Rome on the court. 4-1. Breaks at love. Sabalenka broken at love. So many breaks. Jesus. So many breaks already in this match. How many breaks have we had? This is going by quickly, too. Hour and 1 minute. But how many breaks have we had? By the way, Svitolina 0 for 3 on breakpoint save. It's not going to cut it. But Svitolina, so they've broken 6 times. So there's definitely been worse. There's no doubt. But it's a lot. That is a lot. So Svitolina about to serve here at 1-4. So they said Georgie quietly retired to pursue a career posing for lingerie. Is that her? Is that really what she's going to do? I did not hear about this. But she did quietly retire. Is that what she said? I had not heard a thing about this. Camila Giorgi finally speaking out after going missing and fleeing Italy? I don't think it's her, because wait, hold up. Lingerie model / tennis player, pro, Camila Giorgi randomly retired. And the Italian press, gee, what is this drama? Is reporting it's because she fled and came to America because the tax authorities are after her. It's a whole full-fledged movie. It's a whole full-fledged movie, is it? Whoa. The Italian press reporting is because she fled and came to America because the tax authorities are after her. I've been sleeping on this. Also, I don't know. This is kind of nonsense. I mean, this is Barstool Sports or whatever. I don't know whether to trust this. Barstool is what it is. It starts with lingerie model. That's the first thing it says. / tennis pro. So that's just disrespectful, I kind of think. Because her job is a tennis professional. That's where she's gotten. She's probably like a millionaire or whatever. She's won a Masters. I mean, certainly she's a millionaire just through tennis. So anyway, take that as you will, but I don't know what's going on there. I will read into it later. She misses the first serve, does Svitolina, so second serve. Whole full-fledged movie. Oh my god. Sabalenka forehand. That's a great shot down the line, so 15-30. Not sure my brother just told me, got you, Lexi. That's pretty crazy, is it? Didn't know about the fleeing stuff. My god. By the way, the Italian press. I don't like what? I don't understand. I don't understand the context behind what that even. I need context. But something about evading taxes. Tale as old as time. Backhand slice. Sabalenka, it's in the net. So 30 all. There's a lot of different crazy article titles here when I look up Camila Giorgi, so I don't know what to believe. But yeah. Yeah, she's evading the tax authorities. Yeah. That's the common theme across all those articles. So that's pretty crazy, honestly. Forehand, Sabalenka down the line. It's a great shot. Svitolina is there. Oh, what a rally drop shot. Very good. Very, very good. Sabalenka's definitely found her game again. She's found her rhythm, her range. She's finding the right times to be aggressive, the right times also to hit the drop shots, but especially she's more like her timing is back. She's not missing weird unforced errors. She has better kind of control of the court, the situation. I just feel like she's more comfortable in these rallies now. And it's a break point here to get the break right back for the 7th break of the match. Sabalenka. Here we go. Serve Svitolina. Forehand to Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka. Backhand of Svitolina. Cross court. The backhand slice to Saba. The backhand slice to Svitolina. Backhand to Sabalenka. It's a drop shot again. Svitolina doesn't get there. It's in the net. 5-1. 5-1 for Sabalenka trying to push us 3 sets. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. She's not paying her taxes. Yeah, I mean, that's what the news is reporting, at least. So I don't trust the news that much. Depends on the sources. but that's what a lot of them are saying. I'll have to read more into it. That's what they are saying. As a lingerie model myself, offended that Georgie parachute into my vocation of choice. Think she can turn a profit. Been hustling for years, Anthony. Years. It's unforgivable, honestly. I agree. You've been out here hustling, Ghost. Put some respect on Ghost's name. See me turning my stuff into two-piece will blow your mind. I'm not sure I want to see that, Ghost. I don't trust the news that much. Me too, buddy. Me too. I meant it. I mean, it depends on the source, but I do mean it when I say it. 15 love for Svitolina. I keep saying that. Love 15 for Svitolina. She hits a winner forehand. Another serve coming from Sabalenka. Serve out wide. Backhand of Svitolina. Backhand slice Sabalenka. It's a drop shot. It's very good. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Svitolina, if you're gonna play like, you're gonna play like a Medvedev, way back behind the baseline, you got to be ready for those droppers. I'm gonna be curious if Svitolina changes the court positioning starting from the third set, because Sabalenka is really catching her off guard with a lot of these drop shots. Or at least she's got to be ready for these. It's very good for Sabalenka too, because if she can hit that backhand drop shot, it's very well disguised. Goes behind Svitolina there, 30-15. I mean, I didn't expect this. Both sets, I didn't expect the way they've turned out. The first set, I felt comfortable that Sabalenka was still going to find a way to pull it out. She didn't. And then I kind of felt like, okay, well, Svitolina is now with momentum, but Sabalenka has completely turned that around, so 30-15. Backhand, the backhand of Sabalenka, down the line, forehand Svitolina. Cross score is a great shot, 30-all. Great shot from Svito. By the way, guys, if you are new to Quality Shot Tennis, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like the stream as well if you enjoyed it, or if you're enjoying it. Hopefully present tense. Serve from Sabalenka. Out wide, forehand is Svitolina. Back into Sabalenka. It goes out. 30-40. It's a break point here for Svitolina. So many breaks in this match so far. See if Svitolina can get another one. 30-40. Serve here from Sabalenka. Backhand Svitolina. It's a drop shot. It's going to be too good. It's too good. Listen, that's what I'm talking about with the return position. Starting way behind the baseline. It just opens up the court. All tennis is hitting the ball where your opponent is not. Tennis is simple. Listen, I've had so many hours now commentating for this channel. It really comes down to one thing. Hitting where your opponent is not. It's that simple. And if you're so far behind the baseline returning, and you hit it cross court, where the down the line drop shot makes it so that you're miles away from the ball, and you're in the ad side corner, way behind the baseline, you hit a drop shot, I mean, into the due side, way near the net. Guess what? You're not Usain Bolt. And even if you are, I don't know if Usain Bolt can play tennis. So it's all about finding the open space in the court. Sabalenka with the set point. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand is Svitolina. Cross court, backhand slice. That goes out. Deuce. Sean, where your opponent is not and in the court. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Also hitting it in the court helps. What's up, Sean? That's true. Deuce here for Sabalenka serving. You also want to make it in the court. That's true. Oh, wow. Sabalenka fumbles a drop shot there. She's hit about like 7 or 8 winners in a row when she's gone to the drop shot. I've already just thought, okay, she's hitting a drop shot. That's going to be a winner. But she misses that one. So advantage to Svitolina. Backhand. Oh, that goes long. Saba in control. She's outperforming Svitolina at the service line, which is always nice. Yeah, exactly. Danielle Collins absolutely dismantled her opponent today. Yep. Playing very, very well. John is right. I found through years of experimentation that is best to get the ball on the court. It really improves your chances of winning. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what all these players are doing. When they hit an unforced error, I'm like, man, amateurs. Just get in the court. They'll have a much better chance of winning. It's a backhand in the net from Sabalenka right off the rise, so Svitolina had advantage. Trust me. Yeah, absolutely. It might take a while to find out, but if you can get that ball in the court, really improves your chances of look at Djokovic. Look at what he's done. He's constantly getting the ball in the court. It's a good strategy. Backhand Svitolina, it's in the net. So deuce. It's definitely helpful. Yeah, what are some other good strategies? Don't hit the net. Don't hit it out of the tram lines. Get the ball on your racket is a good one. Move your feet. Don't stand still. Those are some good strategies. What else? Think. Probably thinking is good. Those are a few things I'd mention. Don't only hit drop shots. It's probably another good strategy. Serve down the tee, backhand to Sabalenka. It's in the net. This game is never ending. So we're back to deuce. First time I played tennis, I had a 2-run home run on. It was clapping. Seems so rude. Hit out of the fence. Here we go, deuce. See if Sabalenka can push us to a third set. It's in the net, so advantage to Saba. What is that? What is the Azarenka Sakari scoreline at the moment? I'm excited for Roland Garros and Roland Garros Olympics. That's going to be it's going to be crazy. On the ATP side, it's completely unpredictable at the moment. Just hope the players are healthy coming into Roland Garros. Sabalenka misses another error, so deuce. Sabalenka does not seem like she wants to win the set. It would be a nightmare being in either player's camp at the moment, to be honest. Azarenka got the win, by the way, over Sakari. Quarterfinals for Vika. Still killing it. Still ever so strong. What was that? I don't know what that was from Sabalenka. Just dancing off some nerves. Something. Forehand. The forehand is Sabalenka. The backhand of Svitolina. It goes out. So advantage to Sabalenka. You know how I actively avoid Collins. Fair enough. Key to winning in tennis is line your water bottles up at the bench. You got to get those water bottles aligned, folks. It's crucial. Yeah, well, you might win 14 French Opens if you pay close attention to that. Oh, forehand right off the rise. That's in the net from Svitolina off a slice. Sabalenka stopped there. Djokovic would have complained because Sabalenka was not sure about the shot at the baseline, so she stopped for a second. But just joking. That is within the rules. And you have to keep playing. Hit the next shot. We're in a third set. 6-1 for Sabalenka. 6-1 for Aryna. 1-set shootout. Big match in this clay swing. Sabalenka's momentum going into Roland Garros. This is a big match for that, honestly. It's a pretty big match. It's not do or die. The best example of that is last year. She won Madrid and then she lost the first round of Rome. Although, actually, this year she didn't even win Madrid. So, ideally, she would get further than this, Sabalenka. Ideally, she would get further than this. Yeah. By the way, Sabalenka's head-to-head against Ostapenko is 2-0. Dubai last year. Sabalenka beat Ostapenko 2-6, 6-1, 6-1. Average Ostapenko scoreline. Before that, she beat Ostapenko 6-1, 6-2 in Zhang Zhao. So that's that head there. Sabalenka's, let me see, and then Svitolina's head-to-head against Ostapenko. I'll give you that as well. I'll give you that one as well. If I could find it. I don't know why are WTA stats so hard to find? 2-2, according to tennisexplorer.com. But they have not played, they've only played once since 2019, Svitolina and Ostapenko. Svitolina won the last time that they played, 6-2 in the third. But yeah, they are 2-2 in the head-to-head. So, yeah, that seems about right. 3 sets, let's go. Yep, we're going 3. Absolutely. That's it. Faison, do you have a prediction? I'm going to predict in the third set. I'll say it'll be rather close. But Sabalenka feels like she has it a little bit more under control. But also, whenever I've thought that, it's kind of not cut out to be like that. Also, Sabalenka is getting like a medical timeout of some kind. So, I'm going to say 7-5 Sabalenka. Let me see predictions in the chat. Third set scoreline. I'm going to say 7-5 Sabalenka. Bam, we're going 3. Yep. 14 French Opens. God, that still amazes me. Unbelievable. Unbefreaking-believable. Trainer for Saba. Yeah, just saw that. Svitolina's got to stay on her feet and keep moving, which I guess is obvious, but she's currently sitting down. But I don't know how long it's going to be. It might not be that long, but she's got to keep moving. 14 French Opens is 98 matches, 7 in a row, 14 times against the best of the world and best of 5. Yeah, I mean, also just like against Federer and Djokovic, you know? Like Nadal beat Djokovic 8 times. Djokovic is one of the greatest clay courters of all time. He beat Federer many times. I don't know exactly how many, but 5 or 6 times. 3 finals in a row against Federer, who also you could argue is one of the greatest clay courters of all time as well. I'm as high on Federer as anybody, really. But I'd probably say Djokovic is better clay courter than Federer. But either way, both of them, remarkably good clay courters. And for Rafa to beat them, and then also guys like David Ferrer, Dominic Thiem, you know, all these guys, that's nuts. It's wild. 14 finals in a row, none of them going to 5 sets, only a few going to 4 sets. 112 and threes, only lost to 2 different players at the tournament. How is that even possible? He's lost to 2 different players at the tournament. 3 matches. I mean, it's stats like that are real but should not be real. That's Nadal at the French Open. 112 and 3. 333 sets won. 34 sets lost. He's lost 34 sets. He's played there how many times? 18 times? 19 times? 34 sets. I don't know exactly, but let's say he's played there 18 times. That's about like, I don't want to do the math right now. It's like 2 sets lost on average per each time he's played the tournament. Could that even be true? Whatever. Either way, it's just, that is, I mean, Rafa at the French is unbelievable. By the way, how good is the schedule tomorrow? Wow. So filled up. Paul, Medvedev, Demonor, Tsitsipas, Fritz, Dimitrov, Zhang versus Goff, Swiatek, Keys. So many good matches tomorrow. WTA stats suck. I can never find those winners / unforced errors. Yeah, exactly. That's the toughest one. The men take those numbers. Why can't the women? Yeah, it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. Whenever I look at stats, the first thing I want to see is winners versus unforced. And you're going to see different ones at every website. But why do no websites have the WTA stats? It's very weird. It would be cool to start to have a website like that that's much more accessible and covers a lot of really great things for tennis. I mean, there are so many great tennis sites out there, but to get a team of people to watch WTA matches and count errors and unforced winners and unforced errors and all of that and track that. I mean, tennis abstract is great, but it's also not the most accessible for the average tennis fan, probably, you'd say. It would be great to make a site like that. Maybe at some point in the future. It's been something on my mind for a couple of years, or at least a year, to make a website where, really more like a couple of years, to make a website where it's easier for fans to track and you can have fans talking amongst themselves, almost like a tennis social media, and have like polls where people can talk about their favorite players, the best matches of all time, greatest players of all time, have constantly changing rank. Like, there are great sites for that, like Ultimate Tennis Statistics, the live ATP ranking site, the Tennis Abstract, so many other great kind of more niche sites as well. I mean, there's a lot of great ones, but I still feel like there's some to be desired there. People are trying to change that, though. Gil Gross is doing a great thing that I look at weekly with the draw, which is his way of, what's the word? Putting together all of the most important, interesting kind of bits of tennis news from all over the tennis media landscape all into one place, which is very cool. More stuff like that would be great, because that's something that can change a lot and get way better in tennis. Way better, especially for WTA. And I hella support and I just want the WTA to see success like I do for the ATP as well. I love watching both tours. I'm a fan of both, so there should be better stats for it. Forehand Svitolina, the backhand slice of Sabalenka, forehand Svitolina. Inside out, the backhand slice of Sabalenka, that goes out. So 40-30 for Svitolina. Svitolina trying to have a bit of a better start here. Saba 6-3, okay. Let's see. I'm going 7-5. I'm disappointed with Runa right now, even though Baez is a good clay courter. Oh yeah, Sean, absolutely. I mean, you should be. He did not play a good match, from what I saw of it. Runa's he just hasn't figured out his game, has he? At the moment, he's still only just turned 21, so he's got time. But it's a little bit of a place for concern at the moment, and his win percentage keeps dropping. I don't think it's getting much better. That goes out from Sabalenka, so 1-0 as she misses the backhand. Svitolina with a few good rallies there, which she did not have that many of in the second set. But yeah, I mean, Sinner and Alcaraz, their win percentage keeps getting better, but Runa, I'm not so sure that's true. For Runa, he's what did he just lose? Third round? What was the bias? That's third round, fourth round? Third round. So he's lost in the third round of both Madrid and Rome. That's not going to do so good for his win percentage. Yeah. At the moment, assuming that they already added in this loss, he's 61.1% win rate is Holger. That's not so great, honestly. That's not so great. It's definitely not where he wants it to be. I'll say that. Like, yeah, it's just 61%. Sinner is at like 74%. Alcaraz is like at, I don't know, 78, 79%. That goes out off the forehand. Maybe the forehand has lost its rhythm and tempo again. It's not been a top tier day for Sabalenka. She found a really good, like, zoned in kind of rhythm in the second set. Let's see if she lost it a little bit here, or if she can get it back. But it's a serve here. That's a first serve out. Second serve. Backhand Sabalenka, the backhand Svitolina. Oh, what a pass from Elina Svitolina. There have been a few beauties today from Svitolina. Man, she's a joy to watch. Svitolina is a joy to watch. Kind of the end of the sentence there. Love 30. Serve here from Sabalenka. Goes out. Second serve. Forehand Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka, forehand Svitolina. It's in the net. 15-30. go Sabalenka. What happens with Sabalenka? Yeah, it's going to be hard to say, but I mean, she had a great second set. Sabalenka had a really good second set. We'll see. We'll see if she can maintain that. I still think Sabalenka will win, but Svitolina has played a really good match though, so it's hard to tell. That's a great drop shot from Svitolina now. Svitolina getting pumped up. 15-40. 15-40. 15-40. 2 break points. Some great feel from Svitolina. Right near the net and just kind of bunts it as if she's playing pickleball. Forehand goes out though. 30-40. It's a big moment here. Big moment here. Sabalenka would absolutely back herself against Ostapenko. Honestly, Sabalenka would absolutely back herself if that is the match. It could be interesting, and it would be interesting on a clay court, but I'm sure Sabalenka would back herself. There's a big difference between losing round of 64 in Rome, or not round 64, round 32 in Rome. Sorry, round of 16 in Rome. Went way down in the draw. Round of 16 in Rome, also semifinals in Rome. It would be huge. Or she might even get further than semis, but she'd have Azarenka, Collins potentially in the semis. Azarenka and Collins just beat Collins in Madrid. So I don't know. It's a big moment here for Sabalenka. It's a big match in this clay swing for her potentially. That goes out off the backhand, so advantage to Svitolina. Because, I mean, just think about it. At least for myself, my first instinct if she loses this match is going into Roland Garros, where either way, people would not be, saying like, wow, Sabalenka, I think she's a huge favorite to win this tournament, all right? Look, she's so comfortable on the surface, I don't think we'd be seeing a whole lot of things like that. But she still is a top-tier player, and she can play well on clay too, so... But this is a big match to define where she'll be at. By the way, Svitolina misses a backhand to the net, so 2-0 for Svitolina. 2-0 for Svitolina starting off this third set. Svitolina looking for the upset. But Svitolina has been a top 5 player in the past. Of course, won the Olympics. So, Svitolina here at 2-0. It's an ace out wide. Very good. Very, very good. She hasn't had a whole lot of aces so far. But if she loses here, then going into Roland Garros, it will feel like, wow, she had a great tournament in Madrid, but 5 of her 6 matches went 3 sets. And she was so close to winning, but just fell in that heartbreaker to Swiatek. And now here, round of 16 loss. It wouldn't have the same kind of feeling going to Roland Garros where, wow, Sabalenka is one of the big names to watch. If she gets through this and then she gets to the semis, then suddenly you'll have a different feel about it, Madrid got through a lot of tight ones, played some amazing clay tennis in the final, and then had a good run in Rome. And that would say a lot about where Sabalenka's at the moment. So just in terms of confidence and momentum, for me, just personally speaking, to me, this feels like a big match to see how we'll feel about Sabalenka going in and where her confidence could be at coming into the tournament. Is that called good? Yeah, it's just in from Sabalenka. Goes really big on an early shot once again. I feel like in the second set, I feel like her problems in the first and the third set is she's going straight out for winners, like, immediately. In the second set, I feel like she was more willing to kind of build out the points a little bit more, get the rhythm a little bit more in the rallies. Here, in these couple of sets, I feel like she's just... kind of been going straight out for winners a little bit more. Hits the tape from Svitolina. Forehand's a drop shot. Svitolina with the get. It goes out, though. 30-all. Big moment here. Big point. Can't overstate how big this next point is. By the way, once again, please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to Quality Shot Tennis. Please don't forget to subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well for more streams just like this one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Always fun to be able to watch a match with a lot of other people who are tennis fans as well and give my commentary. I enjoy it as well. 30-all. Here's the serve from Svitolina. Serve. Oh, Jess catches the back of the line. Forehand. The backhand Sabalenka is such a big rally in this match. Backhand cross court. The backhand of Svitolina. It's a drop shot. Oh, it's a sweet little drop shot from Sabalenka. 30-40. A sweet little drop shot. 30-40, 30-40. 30-40. Great shot. Wow, that was not easy. Wow, the feel on that. That is impressive, dude. That is impressive, dude. Best drop shot of the match so far. By far. In my opinion. Svitolina hit a couple good ones too, but from Sabalenka anyway, that was her best drop shot yet, because that was not easy, especially in that moment. Serve from Svitolina. Kick serve, backhand Sabalenka. The backhand Svitolina going back into backhand. Backhand Sabalenka. Oh, it stays in. Forehand. Long topspin. Forehand. Inside out. Hits over to Sabalenka. Backhand now. Almost gets away from her. Forehand Svitolina. Forehand slice Sabalenka. What a weird shot. That's a drop shot. Hand in the air. Playing with chaos. Playing with fire. And it's Sabalenka who gets back to 1-2. The Belarusian back in the game. With 1-2, it was 2-0, 30 love. She wins 4 consecutive. 2-0, 30 love, and she wins 4 consecutive. By the way, shout out to everybody who's joined the stream so far. Carl, Sean, Ghost, Terry, Lexi joining in as well. Nikolai. Maynor as well. Terry, Jane. Appreciate everybody who's joined in so far. 2-1. Man, I wish the Fritz Dimitrov match was happening later because that's going to be happening at 5 a.m. Yo, hold up. Whoa. Kyrgios interviewed Djokovic on his Good Trouble podcast. I only just saw the commercial for that. I want to check that out. That sounds pretty interesting. I wish the Fritz Dimitrov match was happening later because that's definitely a match that I would want to would have loved to commentate, but it's happening at 5 a.m. So nope. I'd rather not at 5 a.m. I'll see what else is happening tomorrow. But probably not going to do that one. I'd like to commentate at least one match. What else is tomorrow? Hurkacz Baez, Medvedev Paul, Tsitsipas Demonor. Tsitsipas Demonor, I feel like Tsitsipas. Well, Demonor played really well today, actually. But I feel like Tsitsipas is the favorite for sure, especially considering their head-to-head. But no, that'd be a fun one. Tsitsipas Demonor would be fun. Those are both two of the most fun guys to watch, both flashy. Gov Zhang, that's at 2:30. That could be fun. Medvedev Paul, Hurkacz Baez. Hurkacz Baez is a bit early as well. Swiatek Keys, that's also a bit early. It's at 7. Don't know. I'll have to see. I should have some time tomorrow. I'll consider what I'm going to commentate. Some good matches happening, though. Has there been any word on Sinner's hip situation lately? If there has been, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, unfortunately. I really hope he gets healthy, though. Both him and Carlos. But I have not heard anything. Ever since Sinner put out the statement that he's only going to play if it's 100% or whatever, I haven't heard him say anything. 30-15 here for Sabalenka, trying to be the last quarterfinalist to book her spot in Rome. Kick serve, backhand of Svitolina at the forehand of Sabalenka, forehand of Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka is a drop shot. It's in the net. 30 all. Shawnee has had a scan and shows injury, but mainly positive. He's training without a racket. Scan and shows injury, but mainly positive. Okay, well, hopefully it's positive and he can play Roland Garros, because, man, it would be a missed opportunity for the sport to not have Sinner there for real. I don't know if opportunity is the right word, but you know what I'm saying. It's a good drop shot from Sabalenka, who gets to 40-30. Hopefully Sinner plays. Hopefully Alcaraz plays too. I mean, if they're not playing and we just have Djokovic isn't himself either, although Djokovic could always step up, I kind of expect him to have a decent result at least. When's the last time Djokovic has lost before the semifinal of a slam? When's the last time that's happened? Be a while ago. That's crazy, dude. He's so consistent at the slams. Backhand slice the forehand of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina, backhand slice Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina, backhand Sabalenka's there, the lob. That goes back to her side. Svitolina still kind of staying in the lead here at deuce. When's the last time Djokovic lost before the semifinal of a slam? He didn't play US Open 2022. What else happened? Didn't play Australia. French Open against Rafa. Well, that doesn't really count, does it? It's Rafa at the French. But that was the last time, I guess. That's a backhand drop shot. It goes out. Wow, Svitolina's at advantage here. Cherry always got the updates ready. Yeah, absolutely. He's happy that's not congenital. That is important. Okay, good to hear. So it's not as serious as it could be, I guess. Even as long as he's training, I saw Carlos start training for the first time in a couple weeks today. Carlos, I'm also very worried about, but Sabalenka with a primal roar as she hits a backhand down the line. And we are at deuce here. Sabalenka with the tiger roar as she hits that backhand down the line. Deuce. Serve Sabalenka at the backhand of Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. Inside out the forehand of Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka. Oh, it's another roar from Sabalenka. She's not letting this match go easy. Sabalenka's fight and mental side is underrated. Advantage for Sabalenka. Serve from Saba. She tosses the ball and then lets it bounce. Second serve. Kick serve, backhand, the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand, Svitolina's there. What a rally. Drop shot. Forehand, Svitolina. Sabalenka's there at the volley. Here's what I'll tell you what. We haven't had, that many incredible rallies that really kind of, I'll be honest, for me, I feel like the rallies from both sides, feels like Svitolina was the much higher level player in the first set. Feels like Sabalenka was the much higher level player in the second set. Well, it's the beauty of tennis, isn't it? Third set, it feels like maybe we have both players a little bit more locked in at the same level. For the first time, starting from Svitolina being up that break point, Sabalenka was some stunning shots down the line to finish off some great rallies, and then one of the best rallies in the match in that point there. So hopefully at this point, we got both these players at a high level. It's a very poor slice return into the net, though, so 15 love. 15 love. I got a random question for the chat. I'm just curious. Random question for the chat. What is the greatest tennis shot you've ever seen in your life? Let me know in the chat. What is the best tennis shot you've ever seen in your life? Like one tennis shot. Maybe it's a crazy shot you saw your friend hit in person, or most likely some shot you saw on TV in a big final. It could be on a replay or you saw it live. But what is the best single tennis shot, the most memorable, best tennis shot you've ever seen in your life? It's the best tennis shot you've ever seen. Question for the chat. Forehand Sabalenka. Oh, it's a great forehand. Love the striking from Sabalenka. So 15 all. 15 all. So I had a few come into my head right away, but I'm going to name two. First one I'm going to name is Tipsarevic against Leighton Hewitt at Davis Cup. Hit a remarkable behind the back shot running backwards where he basically twisted his wrist and hit it behind him kind of like this. I don't know how he did it. It's kind of like that. Just hit it behind him for a perfect passing shot cross court. So hopefully that made any sense, the arm motion I just made. But basically hit it behind his back running backwards. That one, and also Alcaraz last year at Roland Garros against Djokovic. The shot that he hit from basically an inch off the ground that I want to trademark as in a rounder. Not a tweener, but he hits it around the legs in a rounder. Alcaraz a rounder that he hit against Djokovic at the Roland Garros tournament. That shot blew my mind. I couldn't believe it when I saw it live on TV, and I still can't believe it every time I see it. So those are two that I would name. All right, here we go. Big chance here for Sabalenka, 15-40. First serve was in the net. Second serve here from Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand of Svitolina. Backhand of Sabalenka. Backhand of Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. The backhand Svitolina. That goes out. Sabalenka breaks Svitolina. And she breaks the match wide open. Some big cracks in the match now. She breaks the match wide open. 3-2 for Sabalenka. Some big roars, some big shots on the way there too. It was looking dire for her. Or not dire, but it was looking bad. 1-2 in advantage, but she's hit some incredibly good winners and played some great points since then. And she's just looking like she does not want to let this match go. 3-2. But let me know in the chat while changeovers here too. What is the greatest shot you've ever seen in your life? Or at least one of them. Women's side or men's? Let me know in the chat. Roger around the net post. Terry, there's so many though. Which one? It's a good one though. Carlos versus Djokovic, Cincinnati, banana return. Cincinnati banana return. Is that the are you saying to save match point, the passing shot? Because that one is phenomenal. I definitely understand that pick. Let me know in the chat. Don't be afraid to speak up. The best shot you've seen in your life on a tennis court in a professional match. And it can be any shot. I mean, unfortunately, there's so many great shots that happened before the 2000s, but there's not great video coverage of them. There are some, especially in the 90s. And man, there's some remarkable shots. Marcelo Rios, some great rallies as well. Boris Becker, some incredible shots. I mean, there are some great shots, but for better or worse, I think a lot of people are going to say a lot of shots from the 2000s, 2010s, but that's fine too. Yeah, those are good ones as well. Rogers, the best around the net shot I've seen Roger hit was, I believe it was in Indian Wells, like 2004 or something. 2003 maybe. Before he even won a slam, I think. He had this incredible around the net shot from like a mile behind the baseline. Just a perfect, I don't even know how to describe it to be honest, but He hit it like a regular shot, like a regular down the line backhand, but it just happened to be around the net. He didn't even hit it with that much of an angle, but he just hit it perfectly. I mean, Federer always with full control of the court, just understands the game and reads it so beautifully. And he just found such little space and hit a perfect kind of backhand down the line around the net. Backhand Svitolina here at the backhand drop shot. Sabalenka once again getting it with the drop shot. Once again getting it with the drop shot. Very good. Very good. I mean, Svitolina, at this point, Elina, she's got to read the shot. At this point, she's got to read it. It's hard because Sabalenka, either way, she has a similar form on her backhand when she's hitting it topspin or the other way. Another drop shot, Sabalenka, this time out the forehand. Slice. Sabalenka somehow still in this point, the backhand lob. Forehand lob, Svitolina. Forehand, Sabalenka. The forehand is Svitolina. Forehand, Sabalenka. Cross court, the forehand is Svitolina. Forehand, Sabalenka. Oh, bro. 40 love. Oh, my God. What a forehand that was. I've been complaining about her forehand, but I mean, she hit that one a bit flatter as well. Just a perfect shot the other way. Cross court. 40 love. She's turned this on its head since advantage at 2-1. Yeah, Sean, that was one that popped into my head as well. Yeah, that's a really good one. Backhand of Svitolina, the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand of Svitolina, the backhand of Sabalenka. Forehand drop shot. I mean, Sabalenka is just tasty. A tasty dropper. 4-2. Incredible. Federer against Agassi where he lobbed him with the backhand where the ball was behind him. Yeah, I'll be honest, for a long time, I've labeled that as the greatest shot I've seen in my life. There's a long time where I was, whenever anybody would ask me, I would say that was the best shot. Federer's overhead against Roddick at Basel has to be up there. I mean, all the tweeners, both at the U.S. Open were incredible. But especially those two shots, I think, actually. Because as good as the tweener against Djokovic was at the Open, he wasn't as put into an impossible position to even return the ball like he was against Agassi in Dubai or in Basel against Roddick. You know what I mean? Like, he was still expected to return the next shot and play. It was what he did with it that blew everybody's minds, and for good reason. But I feel like those two, not only did he hit mind-blowing winners, but he also did it from much tougher positions, I would argue. But all are incredible shots. 30 love for Svitolina. She hits a great serve down the tee. And yeah, Alcaraz, that one might be the best shot of all time. I know it's recency bias, whatever, but like, I wish people would say recency bias when it makes sense, because like, just because something is recent, it doesn't mean it's recency bias. Like, did you see that shot? I don't know if it's the greatest of all time, but it's one of the greatest of all time. I'd be very comfortable saying that. Not necessarily that's the best, but I'd be comfortable to say it's clearly one of the best of all time. I don't think it should be controversial. That's a backhand goes out, so 30-15. But yeah, those are some of the best, for sure. Serve from Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina. That's in the net. 30 all. 30 all. Sab of the Alinka with the cook in the end. God, I had a stroke trying to read that, Frank. I had a freaking stroke. Holy jinx, maybe now. Yeah, well, let's see. 30 all. Svitolina. I mean, Svitolina's still in. It's just one break. I mean, I've seen much crazier comebacks than this. But it is Sabalenka firmly with momentum, so. But yeah, Sabalenka, she's getting it done. I really think the mental game that Sabalenka brings is underrated. I mean, there's a jinx. There's a holy jinx there. Back into the net. So 40-30 for Svitolina. 9 minutes away from the 2-hour mark. It hasn't been the longest three-setter. Not at all. It's not the shortest one, but it's definitely up there. It's not a long one. Forehand Svitolina cross court. The forehand Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina down the line. Backhand slice Sabalenka. It's near the net. Backhand. Sabalenka gets there. Backhand volley. Ah, it's very good from Svitolina. There's something about Svitolina's game, though, that it's just beautiful to watch. I mean, the way I don't know. She's a talent. Svitolina's a talent. I always enjoy watching her. Anthony watching Fritz, right? Watching Fritz? I don't know what you mean. I wish I could watch Fritz. That's going to be at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. Nice timing. Two games away here, Sabalenka. See if she can finish it off. Yeah, I need to decide what I'm going to watch tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to watch Fritz tomorrow. All right, here we go. 3-4 game. Sabalenka with the forehand drop shot again. Svitolina, the backhand slice. Did that go out? She just missed it. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's almost getting a bit. It's almost getting a bit much. It's almost getting a bit. She needs to start guessing on this drop shot because it's catching her off guard way too often. Way too often. She's got to. I mean, I guess it'll be hard for her to really improve, to still be playing at the level she's at and improve her court position. But I mean, Sabalenka's almost making fun of her with the drop shot at this point, humiliating her with the drop shot. Forehand, the forehand is Sabalenka, forehand is Svitolina. That's in the net. 30 love. 30 love. It's a great match for Sabalenka and her confidence. I was saying it throughout the match. I mean, this match's been going by quick. It might not feel so big, but for me, it's a big match. For me, it's a big match for Sabalenka and her clay court swing. And she'll like her. I do think she'll like her chances decently against Ostapenko. Ostapenko can win. She can beat anybody on her day. But she even might like her chances to get to a final here, Sabalenka. So, I mean, I guess that shouldn't be that surprising. But forehand cross court, forehand slice, Sabalenka is very good. Backhand cross court, attacking the ball. Backhand Sabalenka down the line. 40 love. Sabalenka is so good. Now we see Sabalenka's peak tennis. The Tiger came out. The Tiger came out. Sabalenka left the court and the Tiger came back on as soon as she was down 1-2 advantage with the break point to Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka, the backhand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka is another drop shot. It's not a good one though. Now Svitolina's going to win this point. She's got to put away. It's a drop shot. Yep, put away. 40-15. At least she gets that one. A very poor drop shot, but I mean, can't hate on it. That play has been working. So tweeners seem so common nowadays. Players need to come up with something even cooler. Yeah, exactly. But that's what Alcaraz is doing. He's hitting. He's not going between the legs. He's going around. He's hitting arounders, not tweeners. Alcaraz a rounder. He's hitting an arounder. He's not going between the legs. He's hitting a slice shot right off, like an inch off the ground. He's hit that a few times. Like, Sean, did you see the one against Paul in the exhibition at the end of last year? So Alcaraz, he's hit some pretty insane shots. Tweeners definitely are common. And sometimes they're the right shot, but you shouldn't overuse them either. But I don't think the best shot I've ever seen in my life is a tweener. Although there are some ones that I've seen that are very difficult. Like Federer's against Dabul. That's a very difficult one because he had to run a long distance to get that, and then he had a perfect winner. So there's some tweeners that are quite good. Cuevas, his kind of behind the back shot in Madrid, that's another one that I think is one of the best shots ever. Cuevas in general is a great shot maker. Back and cross court, Svitolina can't get there, too much pace. Svitolina quietly trying to climb back in that game, but Sabalenka cut off her rope as she was trying to climb back up the mountain. That is 40 love. And it's 5-3. 5-3. Hey, what's up, Max? What's up, Maxen? There's probably some crazy volleys and half volleys out there that I don't know about. Yeah, I guess there could be. It's just probably the best ones are like the backspin volleys, I guess. I don't know, there's some pretty good ones. Federer comes to mind because he's hit some very flashy volleys in his day. Federer's half volley against Zverev in Shanghai the last time he played in Shanghai. Save a match point, I think, comes to mind. Maybe it was to break after saving match points. Don't remember. So that goes out. 15 love. But Federer is one of the great talents of sport. Or just of anything. Just of anything. Federer's talent is so ridiculous. Serve from Svitolina. It's in the net. Second serve. I do miss Rogers tweeners. Yeah, absolutely. Every time he hit it, it was like an event. I mean, it kind of sounds weird when I say it that way, but that's what it felt like to me. Growing up as a Roger fan. Back forehand. Inside out is a very good shot from Svitolina. 30 love. Every time Roger hit that tweener. I mean, just watching Roger in general is a lot of fun. 30 love here. I did find it funny, Roddick talking about on his podcast, if Nadal does decide to retire at Laver Cup, how crazy it would be if Federer comes back to play with him for a last match. I don't think anybody would hate that idea. Except for Federer's knee, maybe. I hope if he does, I hope he's healthy enough to do that. That's a forehand, goes long, so 40 love. Serve here from Svitolina. We need Rogers. We are back on tour. All right. She holds 5-4. 5-4. Don't want to misspeak, Sean. 5-4. Sabalenka to serve for it. One game away from getting to the quarterfinals to take on Penko. Zhang versus Coco is going to be awesome tomorrow. Have they played? I'm sure they have. When's the last time they have, though? Actually, now I'm remembering them playing against each other. I think it was on the grass courts as well they played. If I'm not mistaken. Or not. Have they not played before? Wow. What am I remembering? Oh, Zhang took on Pagula, and then Pagula Goff played on grass. Okay, yeah, they've never played before. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Potentially, they could play a lot of times because they're both very, very young. Around the same generation. Well, not really, actually. I don't know. How old is Zhang compared to Coco? Actually, I guess they would be around the same age. Anyway, first time of many, probably. That's going to be very good. That's going to be very good. Excited for that. Very excited for that. 5-4. All right, Sabalenka trying to serve this out. Love 15 for Svitolina because Svitolina is still going to be fighting for it. Serve here. It's a kick serve. Backhand Svitolina way behind the baseline. It's in the net. What is Sabalenka doing? Pulls the cord way too early. She didn't have a shot there. And Svitolina was way behind the baseline. I mean, it's not like Svitolina was in control. She didn't have to go for anything there. At least if she wasn't going for a drop shot. Forehand cross court, forehand to Sabalenka. Oh, an absolute disaster of a service game here. It's an absolute disaster. What is this match? This is such a strange match here, honestly. It's been a very strange match. Love 40. Love 40. Serve Sabalenka. Very rushing here, too, a little bit, in my opinion. Backhand cross court, backhand slice Sabalenka. Svitolina's there because, of course, she is. She's freaking super fast. Backhand Sabalenka. That's in the net. Abysmal game. And just throw away the balls. 5-5. Just throw away the balls. Take away the racket. Oh, my God. That was a very poor out of nowhere. It looked like she had it fully in control, but this has been a weird match, man. I mean, it did feel like it was kind of not. Svitolina just played too good of a match here, I felt like, for it to just kind of end off that way. And I just don't feel like Sabalenka's played at her top level so far. So, in terms of the patterns of the match so far, it kind of makes a lot of sense. That's in the net off the Sabalenka forehand return. Svitolina now in control. Sab is something wrong. She has what Joko has. Yeah, just don't look like themselves, do they? What's up, MJ? I wonder how the 20 and 21. Yeah. So very similar ages. She has back pain. Yeah, I mean, she had a what's it called? Physio out after the second set. The medic out. I wonder how that Coco and Zhang match will turn out. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited for that. The forehand of Sabalenka. Down the line, backhand of Svitolina. Big come on as well from Sabalenka, but 15 all. Can she really get there mentally, though, you know? Because that was a complete mental lapse there in that 5-4 game. Complete mental lapse. I mean, I can't blame it all on an injury. I mean, there was just a mental lapse there. Much worse fit of form there at 5-4. That's in from Svitolina right on the line. Backhand lob way up high. Lob of Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina hits over to the backhand Sabalenka. Backhand Svitolina, it's in the net. 15-30. I don't know what to expect from this match. It's a lot of up and down drama. You have to say, for WTA match, they come with drama. WTA matches often come with good drama. The entertainment level is always there. The level is also very high, very impressive. But for this one, it's just been up and down drama. I can't say it's been the best match from probably either player. Svitolina's played well, though, but definitely from Sabalenka. It's not been her top match, but still. Either way, the drama has been there plenty. And Svitolina's played impressive. Sabalenka's also had some very impressive points and shots, especially starting from the second set. But that's another forehand that just gets away from her. So 30 all. Sorry, Sab's mind is so not there. I agree. Back pain in her mind. Yeah. No, it's true. I can't blame it on all on an injury. I agree. You can't do that. I think Zhang will win. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a bad bet. I'm gonna back Coco, but it's actually gonna be really interesting. It's partially bias. I kind of not gonna lie. I like watching Coco on clay, and I love seeing Coco get success. So I don't know. I actually maybe would guess Zhang as well. I'm like 50-50 on it. The forehand of Svitolina, that goes out. So 30-40. Coco's been wobbly since her U.S. Open win. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. She might have sabotaged herself by saying 10 Grand Slams wins or gold. It's a toss-up. Zhang is a little streaky. Did Goff say that? I don't remember even hearing that, MJ. I haven't heard that. Did Goff say she wants to win 10 Grand Slams? Zhang is streaky, yeah. All right, here you go. 30-40. Forehand slice. Of a very high percentage first serve down the tee. Very good point from Svitolina. She hits just a solid serve, not letting Sabalenka dictate right off the bat. She doesn't want to hit a second serve and get nervous and about trying to hit a really effective, good second serve, because then she might hit a double fault and get it out. Instead, she has a cushion, goes for a high, good, solid, high percentage first serve down the tee, gets to neutral, and then finds a way to attack with the forehand. She's been much better at the aggression than she was last year at Roland Garros. That's out again from Sabalenka. This is turned real interesting. Advantage for Svitolina. There have been matches where Coco had to win ugly. Yeah, she's definitely very up and down. Both those players are up and down a little bit. Coco's a little bit more consistent, but in terms of having results, she finds ways to win more, I think, on a bad day than Zheng. Serve. Second serve from Svitolina. Serve the backhand of Sabalenka. That's in the net. 6-5. Svitolina with a comeback trail. I was talking about Sabalenka's mental game, but Svitolina, I mean, it's quite, people know it. People know. She's a hell of a fighter. People know. 6-5. Appreciate everybody joining in. Please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you're new. Appreciate everybody joining in for the call. Coco will have too many double faults. Okay, interesting. Yeah, she was roasted on ESPN. I mean, I don't mind somebody having big goals like that. I think Mira Andreeva said something crazy like that too. Like she's looking to get like 15 slam. I don't remember. I think Mira Andreeva also said something like that, like getting double digits. But I personally don't mind. But also I understand the thing about setting up realistic big goals and about just taking it easy and letting your racket speak for where you're at and not having a big ego, but kind of humbling yourself down and taking it one match at a time. That's probably the best way to do it. That's the best route to take. But on the other hand, if you don't believe in yourself and you don't set up big goals, then you're not going to really get anywhere. So it's kind of both things. So you want to be humble, but you also want to have big goals. Not by Stephen A. He was supportive. My mom stopped liking Coco because she said that. She said Coco got cocky. You don't say that, but she's young, so yeah, especially after only one Grand Slam win. I don't know. I kind of like seeing young players go for big goals. I mean, I don't see much hurt in saying something like that, but definitely your mentality can't be, I need to win 10 slams and get so much, like putting that much pressure on yourself. There's not a whole lot of reason to do that. But just in terms of saying my goal is to win slams, et cetera, not so bad. But she definitely, the less pressure she can put on herself, the better. Let me put it that way. All right, here we go. Big moment in this match. As it's love 30, this has gotten away from Sabalenka quickly now. Big moments. Serve from Sabalenka. Down the tee. That goes out off the backhand return. I mean, that's a return Svitolina wished she could have made, but it was a good serve. 15-30. Because, I mean, Svitolina gets that back, and then suddenly Sabalenka's looking at potentially, if there's a decent enough rally there and Svitolina gets a chance to win that point, could have been love 40. And then that's 3 match points, but either way. It was a good serve from Sabalenka. Forehand, that's in the net. Sabalenka hits a ball against the ground in frustration. 15-40. 2 match points for Svitolina. Wow, this match looked kind of done and dusted when Sabalenka was serving for it. And now it's Svitolina with 2 break points that manifest as 2 match points. Come as 2 match points. Forehand, way behind the court. A return. Forehand down the line. Backhand. Cross court. Oh, Svitolina could get this. Drop shot. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, my God. Tennis is insane. 30-40. Tennis is insane. Svitolina looked like she had a winner cross court on the ad side, but Sabalenka somehow got there, and Svitolina had the shot put away so short in the court, but she missed the drop shot into the net. Nerves. Tennis is crazy, bro. the little things that can separate a win from a loss, potentially. Still another match point here. Serve, backhand Svitolina. Oh, it goes out again. It's 2 missed. I got the feeling in my chest as soon as Svitolina hit that drop shot that we might see a crazy comeback here. Sabalenka finding a way anyway. We've seen it a few times this year. It was Sabalenka herself who had match points against Swiatek, but Peyton Stearns was one, a big one in Indian Wells. I think there was another match point saving match. I can't remember where it was at, but didn't Sabalenka have another one as well? It's advantage to Sabalenka. What a fight from her here at the end. Oh my God. Mira's joking. Okay, got you. Yeah. That's fair then. I think players thinking when winning 10 slams seems reasonable nowadays when really even getting 2 or 3 is very hard. Even getting 1, yeah. I agree. We're spoiled with the big 3 and Serena. Backhand slice, and that goes out from Svitolina. Can you believe it? 3rd set tiebreaker. All right, like always, let me know in the chat what do you think is going to be the score. Whoever gets the closest in the chat, I will shout out your name in the chat. I'll shout out your username. Let me know. What do you think is the score going to be? I'm going to go Sabalenka still. I'm going to go with Sabalenka. I'm going to go Sabalenka. And I'm going to say, it's been a crazy match. I'm going to say 7-5 Sabalenka. 7-5 Sabalenka. That's my prediction. Forehand to the backhand of Svitolina. That goes out. 1 point to Sabalenka early here. She gets the mini break. 1-0 for Sabalenka. Hope Carlos or Yannick are 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Be nice to see Coco winning the French. I had Coco winning the Olympics at the French Open. That was my prediction before the year started. I still have Iga for Roland Garros. Heard Yannick's not playing for. I hope not. I think Carlos will play, but won't be 100%. Both their injuries aren't looking great, but I hope that they both can play. Wow, 2 mini breaks traded. It seems like the umpire's going to look, but Sabalenka 7-3. Okay, Sean. I go Sabalenka 7-5. Wonder how Novak will do for the French Open. I predict semifinals, but it'll be interesting. Center hasn't announced it yet. Yeah. I'm worried for Rafa. There's a lot of worries for a lot of players. Pretty much everybody. Svitolina 7-4. Svitolina 10-8. Wow. So, okay. 2 predictions for either player so far. Forehand slice, that's in the net. 2-1 for Sabalenka. Great drama happening in Italy, in the Italian capital. Rome has gotten an epic here. Rome's gotten an epic as it's 2-1 for Sabalenka. 2 hours and 15 minutes. High drama in this 3rd set. And clearly the highest level from both players that we've gotten in the match. Even if it's not the highest level you'll see all year, it's still high level. Some great shots. That's a forehand in the net, so 2-2. 2-2. There's crickets from Yannick's camp. That's why everyone's thinking he's not playing. Yeah, it is. It's a bit worrying. Very worrying. And he did mention if it's not 100%, he's not going to play. So it would be a big miss for tennis. If not Roland Garros, I hope he at least plays Roland Garros Olympics, but I hope he plays Roland Garros. And his slams are different anyway in tennis. Backhand, the forehand slice of Svitolina, forehand Sabalenka, the backhand of Svitolina, which goes out. So a mini break for Sabalenka, 3-2. Hopper is determined to do well in the French Open. He doesn't need to do well. The defense points from last year, yeah. 3-2 here. Sabalenka with the mini break. She wants some big serves here and find a way through. Backhand Svitolina. Backhand's a drop shot. Oh, it goes out. No. What did MJ say? Back pain in her mind? I mean, I feel bad for Sabalenka with her back, but her mental game has not been there, Sabalenka. It has at times, but I just don't know if she's ready to put this match away. That match point save, by the way, at 15-40 was obscene because it looked like Svitolina potentially had a winner across court, a very impressive one. And then she was like an inch away, like she was so close to the net where she could have had potentially another winner shot. She completely misses a drop shot. But the match is still going. 3-3 here at 6 games apiece. Forehand, the backhand of Sabalenka hits the tape, goes over, backhand slice of Svitolina, backhand Sabalenka, forehand Svitolina, smash Sabalenka, put away, very strong stuff, 4-3. Let's go, Saba. Let's go, Sabalenka. 3 points away here. 3 points away. Serve from Svitolina. Down the tee, forehand Sabalenka. Forehand to Svitolina, goes out. That's a shank. Shank forehand misses. By the way, did you guys see Tsitsipas' backhand shank winner earlier today? I thought that was hilarious. I was like, God, watch out the entire tour, because if Tsitsipas is practicing backhand shanks at this point. If he can hit his backhand shanks as winners, everybody watch out. He's learning to control it. That was funny earlier today. Right on the baseline, perfect winner in the corner. Nori couldn't believe it. But that's a forehand shank from Svitolina, and it goes out. So second serve here at 3-5. Forehand Sabalenka has a great shot. Svitolina somehow there. Pure survival instinct. Forehand cross court. Forehand Sabalenka down the line. How's Svitolina staying alive here? Backhand cross court. Backhand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka trying to break down these walls. Forehand. Inside out. The backhand Sabalenka. Backhand Svitolina still in this point. Oh, how did she win that? How did she win that point? Svitolina, get out of here. That defense is uncanny. God, Svitolina is made of something different, bro. 5-4. Svitolina is made of something different. Can't believe the French Open is happening soon. Yeah, 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Clay season went quickly, in my opinion. I'm going to be honest, for me, it's lasted an eternity. It's been very long. So very different for me, but it is crazy to me that we have another slam so soon. Here we go, 5-4. Serve Sabalenka. The backhand is Svitolina. Backhand Sabalenka. Oh, she missed it. It's all mental. It's all mental. She was mentally strong against Rybakina. She was not mentally strong enough against Swiatek, or at least Swiatek was too mentally strong. Tennis is a mental game. And now at 5-5, it's a real deciding moment here. Sabalenka can pull this out. Back in cross court, Svitolina left too much court open. A match point for Sabalenka now after saving 2 in ridiculous fashion about 15 minutes ago. 5-6. Serve Svitolina. It's a let. Taking a lot of time here. Going back, collecting some more balls, because it was a let. All comes down to these moments. Forehand big, off the return. Forehand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka. Forehand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka. Cross scores a great angle. Svitolina with the slice. Just stays in. Forehand down the line. Backhand slice Svitolina. Backhand slice down the line. Forehand Svitolina down the line. Sabalenka now defending. What's she doing? Forehand. Oh my God. Svitolina is not going to let this match go. Dude. 6-6. Svitolina is defending like a madwoman. Nuts. Crazy defense. Because I tell you what, Sabalenka, I don't know what she was doing. I think she just got tired, to be honest, in that rally. She was like, I think she got like mentally exhausted just from Svitolina returning all of her shots, because she didn't really move her feet there. I'm sure they're both tired after playing for whatever 2.5 hours on the clay, but and also having played Madrid last week. especially for Sabalenka, but she didn't really move her legs, and she just got caught way out of position in the middle of the court. This is topsy-turvy. Svitolina is defending and staying in this like crazy. Here we go, 6-6. Serve, the backhand of Sabalenka, backhand Svitolina. Got a backhand rally, forehand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka, forehand Svitolina. Right down the middle of the court they're playing. Forehand cross court, forehand Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka, long rally here. Forehand to forehand. Backhand, now it's in the net. Sabalenka accelerates right into the net. Another match point for Svitolina. Her third. Third match point for Svitolina and an absolute epic in Rome. This has been an epic match, very enjoyable. Svitolina's fight should be studied. It should be studied. 7-6. Serve here from Sabalenka. Forehand. Oh, she missed it! We're going to have an Isner-Mahut situation. 7-7. Rybakina Blinkova, stand up. Rybakina Blinkova, stand up. 7-7. Holy cow. Is the only one still in with a chance? Yeah. Maybe. I think he's a big sleeper, Casper. 7-7. Forehand down the line. That's a great shot from Sabalenka. Both players now have saved match points. 8-7 for Sabalenka. Rybakina Blinkova, stand up. We're not there yet, but this is one of these kind of matches. What was the scoreline against Swiatek, by the way? What was the scoreline? 7-6? 9-7 in the third set, saving 3 match points? That's exactly what would happen if she wins this match against Svitolina. Reverse card. Reverse card. Said Second serve. Here from Svitolina. Forehand Sabalenka, big. Oh, it's in the net, and she does it. It's a big roar from Sabalenka. Applause to both. Applause to both ladies, because they put on a hell of a show. What a contest. What a contest. There won't be a handshake, but it's for obvious reasons. What a match from both. My God, dude. What a match. Applause to both. They both fought well. Sabalenka does exactly the same thing to Svitolina what Swiatek did to her in the Madrid final. That's going to feel rather good. She has Ostapenko in the next round. I don't think they've played on clay before. And they've played twice in the past. And Sabalenka's won both. They played in Dubai last year. And Sabalenka won in a very weird scoreline, 2-6, 6-1, 6-1. So she's the last quarterfinalist in Italy. So Azarenka and Collins in the other side of her half, Sabalenka. Ostapenko, Azarenka, and Collins. That's her route to the final. She should feel pretty good about that. So some dangerous players, but all right, I appreciate everybody joining in. If you're going to head out, please don't forget to subscribe, QualityShot Tennis, if you have not already, for more streams just like this and more stuff coming out of Rome. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. Please don't forget to like as well. But appreciate everybody joining in. We had a lot of people coming in here. And yeah, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Max, Sean. Everybody in here, Lexi as well. And so many others in here earlier, Nikolai. Everybody who's in here. Ghost as well. Everybody who showed up. But it was 9-7 in the third set. And what a win for Sabalenka. Absolute epic late night in Rome. And Sabalenka gets the win, 7-6 in the third. Actually, I want to look at the stats real quick. Because I'm a nerd. I like looking at stats. So I will do that. Here we go. Yeah. 15 of 41 for Svitolina. That number, maybe at the end of the day, was her dagger in her side, because if she's making just 52% of first serves in, and that's her number on second serve, as Sabalenka's crushing second serve returns, it's not going to cut it. So listen, The smallest of possible margins defined this match. And if that number was just even a few points above what it is, whether if it was 57, 58%, then the match could have had a different result. But it is what it is. Sabalenka probably could have played better as well, but it doesn't really matter because she got the win at the end. She fought very well. She was so determined in that third set. It really showed. Svitolina was playing on pure survival instinct, defending almost unbelievably well. It was almost hard to believe some of the shots she was pulling off of defense to stay in the match. But Sabalenka, starting from when she was down 1-2 advantage, you just saw something light up in her eyes. She was screaming like after every point, just trying to pump herself up, and she got back into the match. And it is Sabalenka who gets it done 7-6 in the third set. I'll see you guys for more stuff in Rome. Tennis keeps going. That was an epic one. And there will be more stuff coming as Sabalenka takes on Swiatek in the next round. I'll see you guys for another stream.